Fellow geeks, it's Roy from A Geek's Adventures. Woo! So I was wondering. Let's see here. Power Rangers is opening this weekend. What should we do? No, I didn't pick up any of the new stuff yet. Sorry, just haven't at this point. Debating getting the giant, 2 foot tall, the size of a toddler, and even the, 16-inch tall. Yeah. But I thought, okay, gotta do something to commemorate, the movie. And I thought, what do I have to gush about? How about the one that started it all? Before Samurai, before... How many incarnations are we talking about here for Power Rangers? I mean, this is going back to 92. But the very first, not just Megazord, but the very first Ultrazord, the massive, on a lark I measured this thing. This is 17 inches tall. The very first, not just the Megazord, but the very first Ultrazord that Bandai put out for American release. I always joke about precious. This is precious. I got this when this first came out in all of its plasticky glory. Honestly, it is one of my favorite pieces of my entire collection. And I know some of y'all looking at this going, dude, is this giant boxy thing that looks like a guy in a suit? You're right, it is. I mean, it's a product of its time. As a toy, though, honestly, it is a magnificent piece of work. This thing is huge, all right? The three things that it comes out of, the Titanus, the Carrier Zord, the Green Dragon Zord, and of course you've got the basic Megazord itself, all coming together into this gymongous sized machine of destruction. I mean, right now, I always have visions whenever a new Gundam thing comes out, or Macross, or anything, guys in the Department of Defense and somewhere in Russia are taking notes going, we must make that. And engineers going, actually, we do want to make that too, even if it's not practical. I mean, come on. In scale, even Godzilla's going, that's a big mofo. Cthulhu is looking in this going, that's a big mofo. Well, in Cthulhu's case, going, blub, 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 blub. And, you get the translation going, that's a big mofo. It's got a big sword. What are you going to do with a big sword? We're geeks. And more importantly, in my case, I'm a mecha geek. So for some of you who have heard about this thing and wondered, what the heck is this thing? Like I said, it's three mechs. That does disassemble. Yes, this whole thing comes apart actually quite easily. The Carrier Zord and the gymongous mech of mass destruction. So what do these things look like separately? Okay, let's start the disassembly. Actually, that's the nice thing is that I'm getting old and grumpy with my transformable stuff because I picked up a couple of the newer generation Transformers and a couple things here and there. I feel like I need a doctorate in mechanical engineering to figure this thing out. Guys, it's a toy. It shouldn't take a 20 terabyte document to figure out how to get the thing apart. In this case, actually, not that hard. As you can see, assorted pieces that are kind of like the armor from Titanus coming off from the main guy. The gauntlets come off, they attach to the front. These attach here. The little chest plate pops off. And that's Titanus for the Green Dragon Zord. Now, for you old school folks are wondering, hey, isn't there this little stand grip thing that you can plug into the Green Dragon Zord's chest plate? Yeah. I don't know where it went. I never liked that piece. I thought it was kind of dorky. We're not doing that. So after assorted moves and yada yada yada, it's lost somewhere in the sands of time. Yes, I deminted the toy. My fripper toy. So there. And besides, even without that thing, it's still dang cool. So we got Titanus, the giant carrier Zord, and now we got. Oops, come on. There you go. And we got. There we go. You got the green Dragon Zord now. Ideally, and actually, let's see here. There's a lighting effect in this thing, so these things light up. The Carrier Zord has a little motorized thing in here, so this thing will actually walk, which is why you hear that really annoying clack. If you're hearing a weird sucky noise behind me, that's my washer. I'm doing laundry. Hey, you gotta adult. Adulting is key, alright? That's how you kind of do this stuff. Anyway. And finally, we have the Megazord itself, which breaks down into its 5 base components of, let's see here, Saber-toothed Tiger, the blue Triceratops, the pink Pterodactyl, the black Mastodon, and last but not least, of course, the red T-Rex. Dun, 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 dun. And you see, even in the toy, T-Rex, short arms, and no love for a T-Rex and bigger arms. But that's it. Oh, and of course, giant sword, which unfortunately has no special storage space in this form. So, you know, I loved how in the show this thing would like drop from the sky. You know, I mean, what is this? You know, Tony Stark had extra space on had extra space on a satellite. Went, yeah, sure, you can borrow it. We'll work out and talk to Pepper. She'll set up a contract with it, and then we'll do month and a month. It'll be fine. But there it is in its full disassembled glory, all 3 parts. It's magnificent, as you saw. It's huge. And actually, one of the nice charming things about it is the fact that you put this whole thing together, there's no extra junk. There isn't, like, extra sprues are sitting around, a little extra plate you gotta jam in somewhere to get everything to fit. No, everything merges together, everything is used, so, woohoo! So there it is in all of its glory, and yes, some of you folks are going, dude, man, it looks like a guy in a suit. Yeah, it is. It does. It does. Product of its time. But nonetheless, still makes a pretty dang awesome toy. I mean, look at this thing. You got, good grief, you got seven giant things that are all, like I said, bigger than Cthulhu, all merging into. So hey, there you go in all of its glory. So for all you old school Power Ranger fans, and for new ones jumping onto the show, hey, this is the one that started it all. Look, it's even got jaws that open and close. Rawr. So anyway, y'all have a good time at the movie. Y'all have a good time toy shopping and stuff. And hey, and I just saw my blinking light and wondered if I was running out of time or not on my phone. Sorry. Hey, as always, may the force be with you. May the odds be in your favor. And always, 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 people, let's be good to each other, all right? Y'all have a good